the dark city of paranormal and spiritual inquiry. It is crucial to learn discernment when exploring the spiritual. There is a dark side, but luckily there are signs and warnings you can be aware of. That way you can have the freedom to learn and grow in every possible way. Aside from feeling like you're going crazy, during a spiritual awakening, one can feel like we are in forbidden territory. We are often told that contact with spirit is reserved for the deserving few. On earth, how can an ordinary person have access with the divine easy if we are alive, conscious, aware, and willing, and as such, anyone at any time can have this most precious privilege? Many are told to halt their spiritual inquiry as if it were wrong and sinful. I feel this is a huge wrong done and the biggest disservice to a fellow human being oftentimes. You can see this throughout history, and many have tried to keep the regular population from accessing the divine directly. They kept and or destroyed information, killed for it. And today, they try good old-fashioned fear-mongering to discourage anyone from searching. The tactics are endless. I've heard some religious zealots say a practice like mediation, which is the simplest, yet most powerful way to connecting with our whole existence, is sinful. They say it opens the door to evil and can even drive you insane. Perhaps what they call insane is the spiritual awakening process we are talking about. Clearly, that isn't true. This is just a way of scaring people away from centering, focusing on their breath, clearing their mind, and receiving clarity directly from the source of all. Sadly, some believe these lies and even suppress their own intuition to the point of complete imbalance. A human cannot live on logic alone. One of the issues I've had to deal with, and was completely unexpected, was the fear people have coming for a session from intuitive, sensitive in the form of psychic or other healer. Fortunately, this is when my background in psychology and crisis counseling becomes remarkably useful. Many of my sessions involves going through the client's traumatic event, explaining what happened and how true healing is different. I explain that a true healer is there to help you heal, not hurt you in any way, is there to empower you and your own abilities, not make you dependent or steal your energy, is there to help explain what you are going through, if they can, or refer you to someone who can, not lie or make things up, is there to tell you the truth in a compassionate and honest way you can understand, not to manipulate you. True healers can have various names and titles. It is often best to go with someone who shares your own belief system. If you do not have a specific belief system, then find someone who specializes in the topic or need of interest, because we as a whole are becoming more connected socially and technologically. Now more people are coming forth with specialties for various needs. This is very beneficial because you have more choices. Again, I will say use common sense, do research, ask for recommendations, and trust your own gut above all. Some healers can include sensitive, psychic, medium, empath, clairvoyant, shaman, priest, reverend, pastor, Wiccan, rabbi, chaos magician, eclectic, reverend, voodoo practitioner, santero, someone who has gone through what you have but may not have an official title, miscellaneous word of mouth referral you can verify. This is one of the most difficult things to sort through for a lot of healers who were told They are not to charge for their services and gifts. What many do not understand is that these sessions are work and involve time, skill, and energy. If someone just provides this for free for everyone, they are giving away a tremendous amount of energy and not replenishing it. They are being disrespectful to themselves and all other healers who give so much of themselves in this process. This is not a healthy or balanced situation. Research should be done by the client on the intuitive healer's process, referrals, and of course, your own gut instinct. Those insisting that this particular gift be given away without anything in return are speaking out of fear and ignorance. Ask a yoga teacher, chiropractor, food store owner, or even religious leader not to accept his collection donation plate at the church and see how ridiculous that is. As with anything, if you are being asked to give a compensation that is unreasonable or harmful to you, run. Don't just walk the other way. In cases of true emergencies, there is always help available that you don't have to sacrifice for. A true professional will help you through the emergency and help you accordingly. There are notorious scam artists with titles of healers, psychics, helpers, or any other name. In fact, there are highly skilled psychics with extraordinary abilities, but don't use them for the greater good because of free will. They can use their abilities any way they can, even if it's for selfish, hurtful reasons. These are people who lie to you, mixed with some truth, frighten you and try to get you to pay unreasonable amounts for doing spells and cleansings or other spiritual works activities. That's not what a healer does. To manipulate others with spells or other such rituals is interfering with another's free will and has huge karmic consequences. Nothing good can come from that, so again, run away and find a true healing service. As for cleansings, you can have someone professionally assist you with feng shui. There is usually a cost, but you can always try it yourself for free or small amounts of money. Many times people experience things they believe is paranormal, but can be explained easily as being a normal cause with the right information. The paranormal ghost hunting phenomenon has exploded in movies and television with that. Many people use the paranormal to explain almost anything, though much is silly entertainment. There is information that is useful to anyone watching some of these programs. For instance, when certain terms are used like debunking, that is something used to explain the cause or reason for a certain suspicious activity as coming from an ordinary source and not paranormal or outworldly one, or if someone is saying they hear strange banging in their home, you can try to debunk it by finding if it is loose pipes or some other regular explanation. In another example, if there is some electrical malfunctions like lights flickering, one can see if it is something wrong with the wiring or electrical system instead of thinking it's a ghost. Someone claiming to hear bells or ringing may not know her neighbor. Just put some wind chimes that can explain that away. In some cases, someone with an untreated, undiagnosed physical, emotional, mental problem and see or hear things that aren't there, and it isn't paranormal, but a health issue. Hence my ongoing disclaimers to check with medical or mental health professional to be cleared. See full disclaimer at the end of the book. The list goes on, and one must develop proper discernment To get through this delicate process, there was a show that didn't make it to the mainstream but can still be seen on certain streaming channels, called Paranormal Inspectors. This show was a bit different from the others because in addition to a sensitive and a paranormal investigator, they used a licensed home inspector. This person was able to check for everyday reasons why things may seem out of place. He often found shelves and the floor were disaligned, causing cabinets and doors to open on their own. House or office wasn't properly insulated, leading to cold spots or unusual noises, non-working furnaces, high electromagnetic emissions, various odd experiences, including one is being watched, and so on. All of these situations could possibly lead a person to think something paranormal was going on when it wasn't. However, when all normal issues are ruled out and other things are occurring, one must consider what else could be going on. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and share this video.